The Foxridge Golf and Supper Club, one of the best kept secrets in Montana. We visited the man who built it, Floyd Hoff. But before we could sit down and have him tell us how he fulfilled his lifelong dream, he took us on a ride in a golf cart to show us around his course. So I wanted to know from Floyd, why did you build a golf course?
I'm going to tell you, it was because of not being able to get on the golf course at Bill Roberts that time. That's what enticed us to do this thing. We worked picking rocks off of the fairway up on number 18 now. It was very rocky and dirt. I had bought a used rock picker, and that helped a lot. That's how we built all these rocks down on the streets down here for bordering. And Cleo and I, my wife, were sitting down on the end. We're so tired one evening from picking rocks and pulling weeds, and I turned over to her as the sun was going down, a beautiful sunset, and the geese flew over and you could almost pick them out of the sky. And at that time, I said to her, I think we're going to have to give it up. And after seeing the sunset and the geese flying over that, she says, we got to keep going. So that's what enticed us to continue to go with the golf course.
So Floyd, why did you call your golf course Foxridge?
Well, because of it was called Foxridge because of all the fox that were in the area. And we've had several dens of pups almost every year, although this year we didn't see a darn one. But anyway, we always had fox running around here. We have pictures of them. One thought he owned the place here a couple of years ago, and just going down the middle of the road here in the wintertime and visiting to see what he could find to eat, I guess, and whatever. We had a bear just laying in the canal down here, resting one morning, and Dave got pictures of him too. And then we had an enormous turtle come up in the canal, and we got pictures of that enormous turtle. I mean, it was 3 feet in size around. Well, you always have deer and that, and Dave, our superintendent, coming to work the other day, a moose was right in our parking lot out here, and he pulled up alongside of it, and the moose looking in the window at him, and he finally trotted off. But anyway, we do have that. The geese can be a mess thing, though. During the winter, they'll come and where the snow's blowed off the greens and the mounds, the sand traps and that, and they'll make a big mess with that. But it cleans up in the spring, so. No, water has never been an issue, no. Our big well down on the number 11 fairway is, I think it pumps 345 a minute. And we pump from our wells on the par 3 into a pond there, and then pump onto our golf course from that sprinklers. And the same on we have 2 big ponds on the regulation that we keep full and pump out of there for our sprinkler system. in the winter, all the equipment has to be gone through, oil changes in all the carts and maintenance on them, and then the mowing equipment all has to be sharpened and tuned up for all of that too. So it takes all winter to get the equipment ready for spring. And keeps them busy too. So well, I always wanted a golf course after we couldn't get on our city or country club course here in Helena. We needed one for other people to play on, and that was the reason that it kept us going also.